Okay, so tax season, it is just around the corner, and scammers, they are already ready for you. This morning, the Better Business Bureau's Joe Ducey joins us live here in the studio to tell us about some things that we need to avoid, mainly these scams that are popping up. I mean, tax season is here, and these little fraudsters, they're ready for us.
They're ready, yeah. I'm always the bearer of good news, aren't I, in the morning? Wake up, it's a scam. Yeah, but yeah, it's tax time. These are always scams during tax time. I always say where there's money, there are scams, and there's a lot of money with income taxes. And this year, it's every year, but this year it's a little bit different because there's been talk about these various government handouts, right? All right, the $2,000 tariff refund check has been talked about. Maybe money coming back from what Doge possibly saved. Inflation refund checks. So scammers are using those things. None of those are true. None of those have happened yet. Congress hasn't, made any action on any of this stuff. So they're using those to try to get to people, say, hey, there's government handout, we need your bank account information. We can deposit that check. We're calling from the IRS or whatever. So that's one of the scams going on. Other scams involve basically saying that you owe a certain amount of money. That there's some back taxes, and they start threatening you with prison or with whatever it is. And they try to get you that way, by high pressure. The key is, there aren't any government refunds, right, that we were talking about. Also, the IRS doesn't call you. When they first contact you, it's by letter. They're old school. They do it by mail. So they don't do it by text, by email. If you get a call or email from the IRS and you didn't initiate it, it's a scam.
So you're talking about these people call. What is the main source that these people are? Is it calling? Is it emailing? Is it just any way that they can get in touch with you?
It's any of them. If you've got a landline, in many cases, that's when they call you. So landline, I don't have a landline anymore because it was just a scam magnet. Right. So that's when they go for you there. But they're texting and they're emailing and they're saying, hey, you maybe do a government refund. We're a tax preparer. We're from the IRS. Here's what you need to know, and here's the information you need to give me in order for me to give you this money. So that's a big deal.
It sounds like, that one with the government and, you're getting these checks or, these refund checks or,
They sound great.
They do sound great.
Right.
And they've been in the news.
Exactly.
So you're just like, oh my, you know what? Oh, it went through.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
It's very convincing.
It is. And there was even something about some old stimulus money from COVID, but that took place in 2025. But some scammers are saying, hey, there's still some, if you didn't take that money from your stimulus back in 2021 or you're due it now. So anything they can use to sound legitimate. Another concern that we have is about fake tax preparers. It's always a problem. People who are not, they're either fake or they're just not good, that they just don't know what they're doing. And then they try to get your information. They can even file a tax return on your behalf and then get your money. But there is something called a personal, it's a personal preparer tax identification number, a PTIN, all right? Preparers have to have that with the IRS. So if you go to irs.gov before you hire anybody, and of course go to bbb.org as well, but go for a tax preparer. But you go there and you try to make sure that they have this preparer tax identification number or PTIN so that you know that they're legitimate and they've registered with the IRS and they're going to do a good job for you.
I was going to say, how do you even know who to go to? Because your taxes can be complicated.
Yeah.
Everybody has signs out on the road now, that come in here and will prepare your taxes. So if you look at that, that is a legitimate tax person that you're taking it to?
It is. It is. They have registered with the IRS, that they have a certain number and they had to go certain qualifications in order to do that. I'd also go to bbb.org and I'd also do, and I'd look for reviews for tax preparers. And I would go online and just find for tax preparers in your area, or if you find a name though, make sure that you check it out before you actually go with them. But yeah, that's probably the best way to avoid it. The other thing we don't have a whole lot of time, but they're free tax preparers. I was working on a video we were doing about free tax prep sites. So there's another way. If you make less than, I think it's $89,000 adjusted gross income, and it depends on various states and ages. But if you go to the irs.gov site, there are 8 preparers that they work with where you can file your taxes for free. And those are legitimate places, and it won't cost you anything. And many of them do various schedules. It can be extra income money, it can be those kinds of things. TurboTax, not so much. They have a free place to be able to do that, but they don't. It has to be very simple, not complicated.
So just really quick here. So what if I do fall for one of these scams? Is it just lost money?
Your money's gone, man.
Is it? I mean, I know a lot of times it is. It's just, well, it's just like, well, that was it.
What I would do if you have a problem or you think that you're in the middle of something, I contact the Attorney General's office here because they do a really good job of going after people. I'd also go to ftc.gov and I'd go to irs.gov and I'd complain to them and because they're looking for information about tax preparers. And I would say, you know, what's going on. You know, another place to go before you go actually look for a preparer or that you feel like you know, you're maybe getting scammed, go to Scam Tracker. BB Scam Tracker talks about those scams, what's going on in your area, and you may say, oh man, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. You know, that person said this to me, it's gotta be a scam. The biggest thing to do is just not be pressured. Take a step back, think about it before you act. You know, most scams, you're not gonna fall for them if you take that step back.
Joe Ducey, always so good. You always have such good information for us.
Great, man.
All right.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, we will see you soon.
All right.
Let's get over to Ginger.